Like, man, the best way to do it is to, if you're going to call this person your mentor, even though you don't know him, you have to invest in that person.
Of course. So, and how many years, how long ago was this? When did you start?
That was 2001, the end of 2001. So,
2001?
no, not 2001, my bad. Edit that one out.
All right.
2021.
Okay.
Around November
Okay.
is when I bought his course. But I was watching him since like that summer, before I ended up transitioning to Michigan. And I started.
Three, two, one. Welcome everyone to another episode of Traders Talk Podcast, where we sit down with some of the best traders so we can hear their story, hear their struggle. Today I've got WillFX. Hope I said that correctly. But I came across his YouTube channel, man, and I loved his energy. I saw some of his videos. I seen him get a payout. You know, I see he's on his trading journey. And honestly, I just wanted to hear his story. So I thought I'd hit him up and get you on today, bro. And just like every other podcast, you guys already know, the Traders Talk Podcast, we want to hear, you know, the other trader story, like what they're going through. Like, you know, not everybody, like everybody's not making millions of dollars. It's a struggle for everybody. It's a struggle for me. I'm still on my journey. And today I kind of want to hear like what Will's journey's been like, right? So thank you for coming on. I know you're doing
Thanks,
good.
Usman.
I know you're doing good. So we're just going to jump right into the first question, bro.
Let's do it.
What was life like for you before you found out about trading? What was the game plan for life? Like, what were you doing and what were you planning on doing?
Man, I was a postal worker, right, for like 3 years. Actually, all right. So back in 2000, I'm 34 years old. So back in 2008, I got arrested for like aggravated burglary. So I had a pass, a little street pass, you know, but I overcame. I was on probation for like 3 years. So I had to work at Wendy's for like 3 years. I ended up becoming a manager, ended up getting married in 2014. That's transitioned to the post office, right?
Okay.
But during the post office area, I mean, not area, but, you know, time, I was trying to figure out who I was. I know I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I was into a lot of network marketing. You know, you know about network marketing.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Knock on the doors or sign up families and start having beef with family members because they don't want to sign up. But I was like, man, but this is not my product. This ain't my stuff. So what I ended up doing was I created a videography business.
Okay.
During the moment I was at the post office, and I'm married with 2 kids. And I said, you know what? I'm so passionate about this gift and I need to leave this job so I can focus on full-time entrepreneurship, which was a mistake.
Okay, that's okay.
And I started driving Uber.
Yep.
So driving Uber, doing DoorDash, building my clientele in Columbus, Ohio for videography, coming to Grand Rapids twice or 3 times a month, shooting video here. And so I decided to leave Michigan to move here because I was driving too many times. But this lady from London hit me up, which she was real. She was a real lady.
Okay.
And it was one of the MLM trading, Forex trading. And I didn't know. It wasn't IML, it was something else that fell off before IML.
Okay.
And I signed up. And I was talking to this guy in Atlanta. Boom, boom, boom. But I was like, man, this stuff is a scam. I don't want to sign nobody up. I don't want no bonuses. Right. But that opened the door for me to do YouTube. And I saw Swaggy C. And that's where it started for me, was Swaggy C.
Okay, so that's kind of how, all right, that's kind of how, okay. Wait, did you say some woman from London hit you up?
Yeah, hit me up on IG. It was funny. I blocked her too because she was wondering why I didn't like continue the education. I blocked her. I ignored her message. She creating accounts. I'm like, this is weird. And my own people are weird.
All right, but it was something to do with trading though, right? You had to sign people up, but it was something to do with trading, and then you found Swaggy C, and then that kind of opened the door to like, all right, what is trading, right?
Yeah.
And then so like, did you kind of start like did you start educating? Like, how was your education journey? Like, where did you start? Did you buy Swaggy's course?
So I bought Swaggy's course. I'm still in it because it was lifetime. It was like on sale for like $6.99.
Okay.
And I was binge watching all his videos on YouTube that was free.
Right.
And I was like, man, the best way to do it is to, if you're going to call this person your mentor, even though you don't know him, you have to invest in that person.
Of course.
You know, so I invested in his course. And from there, I was learning his strategies, which was very confusing, but it was simple at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, all right, I'm gonna do demo for
Right,
like a
right.
week, and went live. And
Went
when I went
live.
live,
Boom.
you already know how that
Yeah.
turned out, right?
So, and how many years, how long ago was this? When did you start?
That was 2001, the end of 2001. So no,
2001.
my 2001, my bad. Edit that one out.
All right.
2021, 2021.
Okay.
Um, around November
Okay.
is when I bought his course. I was watching him since like that summer, before I ended up transitioning to Michigan, and I started my live account that January. So,
But like you didn't really go. Did you learn the basics before the course? Like like I don't know if did he teach basics? Like how to use Trading View,
no,
market
I didn't do no
structure.
baby pips. I ain't do none of that. I went straight to like his course, and
Yeah, that must have been a
that was
struggle.
it. Like YouTube videos, as far as Swaggy C goes, that was it.
Okay, and then like since then, have you kind of transitioned a little away from that and sort of into your own little strat, like your own vibe now with what you're doing?
Yeah. So what actually happened was, Swaggy C at that time was a day trader, right?
Right.
So he would show us the psychological levels and
Fibs,
Fibonacci
yeah.
and trend line. He was very simple, right? So I ended up transition. I was grabbing that information, but I was like, okay, like most new traders do, let me go check out Q Banks.
Right,
Let
right,
me go
right.
check out Charlene FX. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
grab at least 5 people, Trader Nick, and
Courses.
bring in a strategy. Huh?
Like you bought all these courses, correct? Is what I'm.
No, no, I only bought Swaggy
Okay,
C's
okay, okay,
courses.
okay,
Now
okay, okay.
everybody else
All
is on
right,
YouTube. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
no.
okay,
I don't got. I ain't spending
okay.
that much money. Woo.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I end up, confusing myself, and I went back to Swaggy because I
Right.
paid for that course, so it was easy for me to get in there with the community, the group, and the dumb thing about Swaggy, in the beginning stages, I could DM Swaggy C. He's
Okay.
a millionaire. I didn't
Right.
know he was going to reach out to me, so I'm just gonna send him a random message. He reached back out. I communicate with him. He communicated with me. I was like, oh, this is dope.
All
Until you
right.
start getting a little
Cool.
busier, in
Of
life.
course. So I like the part where you say, you started branching off and learning from other people. So I actually did. I went and bought every course. I didn't give a. I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. All the money I had, I was like this because where I was in life at that time, it's all I wanted to do. I found out once I got a little bit of taste of trading. I'll explain my story before. It's all I wanted to do. So every time I got a paycheck, the next best course, I just kept buying it. Did you feel like, because this happened with me, did you feel like when you went to these other traders, you kind of still picked up, even though you didn't pay for their course, and you didn't switch to their full strategy, you still picked up something, right? Like it gave you some information that you used
Yeah,
that later.
yeah, scalping, right? Most of the traders I just mentioned are Trader Nick. I don't know what Trader Nick is. I think Trader Nick is a swing trader. I don't know
Yeah,
what Trader Nick is, but as far as Q Banks and Drewski Banks and them, yeah, they're
scalping.
scalpers. So it helped me to understand the scalping side. I wanted to
Right.
learn swing trading, scalping, and day trading, to figure out what fits my personality,
Okay.
and I think that's where a lot of new traders, make a mistake because they try to trade just like Swaggy C, to where it's like, bro, that's
Yeah.
Swaggy C's personality. Whatever,
Yeah.
he got patience to day trade. He
Yeah.
got patience to swing trade. I don't have patience. I tried it, but it don't work.
Yeah, same. I think, and I always say this as well. You have to find a strategy that fits your personality, and everybody has a different personality. I have people that are trading my strategy, but they can hold for days. I can't sleep at night if I have a trade running. I just can't. So I don't. I just close it, even if it's whatever it is. I'll close it before I go to sleep. What made you kind of want to get a little bit more serious, right? Because you had that the videography business. Like, are you at a point where you're like super invested into trading now? Like, this is what you want to do? And what was that like, what was the
Yes.
reason that was it because you saw all of that stuff online, or you saw what the possibility was? Or like for me, it was, I actually it wasn't some of the guru. It wasn't. I'm not gonna call them gurus, but it wasn't people on. I found real people, like normal people that were making money. That's what gave me like the okay. If they can do it, I can do it. Was there like a moment where you were like, all right, I want to do this for sure, and I'm gonna go after this?
Yeah, man. I think my first live account, everybody get lucky in the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
that's facts.
I was like, I got potential in this. Like, I really can do this because at this point, I'm married, right?
Right.
I'm married, got 2 kids. I'm 34. I'll be 40 in 6 years,
Right.
So in my mind, I'm like, which is the struggle at this point is that I don't have time to waste. And either Forex is going to be it
Right.
or it's not going to be it. So I told my wife, I said, listen, I love Forex. I love trading. I love the energy. I love I love felling as far as a Forex trader. I love the emotions. I love the energy
Right.
and everything behind Forex because it challenges me. And God, I believe God uses Forex to expose some of the things that's inside of us that we didn't know was
Yeah.
inside of us. Greed. I didn't know I
It's
was dealing with.
crazy.
I never was a gambler.
It's crazy. You
I
became
never
one.
gamble. But now
Yeah.
I'm dealing with greed. Like I
Yeah.
want more out this market. And that's why I was struggling as a scalper because I will win and then get right back in and lose everything that I won. And I'm like, Lord, I start crying at night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I
This
was crying
happens,
at night,
bro.
anxiety, like you said.
This
I
happens.
couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep at night. So, whew,
Yeah.
yeah. Those. Now I'm over that. I'm over the anxiety part of Forex now. I'm
Yeah,
more
but
like risk management.
it's crazy the emotions. Like I had to. The last hard one I had to deal with was greed. I was fortunate enough to in 2021 to become really good at my strategy. I made a bunch of money with FTMO. I got some great payouts. I quit my job. I got interviewed, and then I have moments where I would be, I had a FT. I would be up 21%, back down to zero. I had some really harsh downfalls, but I learned those lessons, and it was just crazy. So I was looking through your, I check your stories out every now and then. I see that you're on the now. You're more like on the daily time frame. I see that. I don't know.
Man, yeah.
Okay, so
Talk about that.
what's your like routine in terms of trading wise these days?
So, all right. So, Audacity Capital. You ever heard of Audacity Capital?
I have, yes.
In London?
Yes, I have.
So, Audacity Capital, that was my first prop firm, right?
Okay.
And I did them. I joined them because they didn't have a challenge and I was new. And I passed the 15K, right?
Okay.
So, I got interviewed by them. A lot of people don't get interviewed, but I got interviewed by them, which I post on my YouTube channel. And I end up, I didn't like them because it was the weekend. It was like you can't hold trades on the weekend.
Okay.
And if it's any type of news, they're going to email you and say, close your trade out. So I'm a swing trader.
Right, you hold
And
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do this. So I had to leave that prop firm. And then when I became I went to my Forex funds. And I fell my Forex funds, no lie, guys. It was 90% of my fault, 100% of my fault. I fell at least 15, 16, 17 times. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, you just
I wanted to get back in until I found what's his name? VP No Nonsense Forex on YouTube.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
He's a very confident guy, but he explains swing trading so well to where Swaggy C couldn't help me in that. That's why I really don't look at Swaggy C's courses or nothing no more, because Swaggy C's a swing trader, but he's not helping me personally in how to swing. So this is the thing. There's indicators, right, that we can use and we don't have to use. But there's indicators there's thousands of indicators. So what VP do on No Nonsense Forex, he teaches you need 6 indicators. The ATR, the average, which shows you the average per pip with the candle. Yeah. You need 2 confirmation indicators. You need a volume indicator, and then you need an exit indicator. And you only trade the daily. And you think about it, when we back test, most of the time people back test on the daily, right? They say, oh, go back to the daily. Go back to the daily. Look at the major trend. The daily actually helps you to stay out of those crazy news. Like if you look at the NFP that just happened, that was crazy, right? But if you go to the daily on gold, it barely moved. You know what I mean? But if you go to 15 the hour,
it's crazy spikes. Yeah.
Crazy, So that's why I end up doing the daily, is because the way he was teaching it, I found my indicators. But that's how I passed the 20K challenge of my Forex funds. I got like 3 payouts. But I switched it up and I end up switching it back. He is more like, I don't know if I'm talking too much, right? I'm
No,
not
you're
talking too
good.
much.
You're good. You're good.
All right, cool. He's more like at 4:45 p.m.
I heard that
the
from
end
him.
of the New York session. You start looking for trades. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why I continue to do it, but every time I do that, I fail because
Oh,
it like the daily time frame.
right.
You get in, you're gonna have a stop loss at like 200 pips, 300 pips, depending on the pair.
Depending on the
GJ,
pair, yeah.
that's gonna be like easy 224
Yeah.
pips stop loss if
Right,
you
right,
do
right.
his strategy. So when I'm going into the next day and it's 1 o'clock and I see that it's pulling back the opposite of my direction, I'm like, bro, I could have been making money
Right.
on a lower time frame.
Right.
So yeah, I'm struggling in that area, and I'm going more scalping again, because that fits me. So I've been demo trading scalping a little bit more.
Yeah, I've heard of.
Yeah, I can't wait that long, bro. I need my money, bro.
He does the podcast, right? He has the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
I heard him. Yeah, I've heard. I had a friend, actually, the friend that introduced me to Forex, who now quit trading. Because it just didn't work out for him. So his thing is like you trade at the daily close, right? That was his thing. But then how you're supposed to hold it for like 6 days? I can't hold no trade for 6 days, bro.
My recent, because I just went for.
Yeah.
All right, so it helped me to pass the 200K.
Yeah.
Phase 1, right?
Okay.
But phase 2, I ended up failing because time was running out, and I'm like,
Oh shit.
I'm holding this freaking GJ trade for like 3-4 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3-4 days, and I'm like, bro, my time is running out.
Yeah, I mean,
so I gotta move from that.
The good thing about that, the only good thing about that is, I'll say one thing: if you if you start drawing your zones on the daily time frame, they're much more stronger, right? Because they'll be more respected. But I guess you could change it up like that. So how was your first experience with the prop firm was Audacity? That's like instant funding, right? You pay for the account.
Yeah, that's instant funding.
It's super low leverage though.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. But you had a monthly fee. You had to pay like $125 in US dollars a month, or $119 a month.
Okay.
Which you don't have no spreads, you don't have no commission. So I look at it like it's an even ball game, because we would have to pay the commissions and spreads.
Yeah, that's true. And then the first time you passed was the 20K, and you got. I saw on your YouTube you got like 1,000. You got one really good payout, right?
Yeah, it was like 1,800 after they took out their 80%. So I think I went above 10% on that. Actually, I was like I ain't gonna lie, I was at like
You made good money.
15 to 20%.
Yeah, on a 20K, that's
and I ended up getting more greedy, and I ended up dropping down to like 11%.
1,800. So my first payout was 2,800. How did that change? Did that make it feel like a lot like it's real now? Because for me, when I got that money, that was roughly what I made in a month working at my job, right? So I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, did that kind of make you want to take it a bit more serious when the money hit?
Yes, man. It was like somebody on drugs, and they get that high, and then you lose it, then you try to get that high again. Bro, that high, that $1,800, I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm about to get ready for the FX Summit this March. Like, I can make this every time. I'm about to get the VIP. I don't got none of those tickets right now because I failed my account.
That's okay. Like
what the frick?
You're still on your journey, but the way I look at it, and the way I looked at it the first time was like, if I can do this once, there's got to be a way I can do it again, right? And that's something that can keep you pushing. So, what is there something you do on a daily? Like if you go, like I know this for me at least, it's been a rough start to the year. If you're having a rough week or a rough day, do you just shut off the computer? Like you have something in place to just kind of cut off the trading? Because you have to. What's your game plan with that?
Man, my game plan is throw some music on, throw some Eminem on, throw some type of motivational speech. I like. I don't know if you interviewed him. Did you? It's a guy. I don't know. I thought you interviewed him, but what he do is he create like Forex channels. I mean, like videos, and have motivational people, Forex traders
18.
speaking over those.
From Desire to Trade. Yes, he was the second person.
Yeah. I put him on.
Yeah.
I put him on, and I start crying.
It's motivational.
Like, I can do this. Like, I got to do this.
Yeah, it is super.
And I step away from the charts.
Okay, cool. All right. So, are you also trading a small live account, or are you just gonna be like focusing this year? Like, what's like one trading goal that you want to smash this year, that you want to activate, you really want to push through? Like, what's something you want to achieve this year? Is it something to do with funding, or you want to do something with your live account?
So my number one goal is to get funded 100K.
Okay.
Twice this month. I mean this year, but really I'm going after that 100K and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go for it in March. So I'm on my little 20K right now.
Okay.
Like I think was it you when you was with Calvin? You was talking to Calvin. I think you was talking about start building up.
Yes.
Start with the 10K, build your momentum.
Right.
And that's why I'm at 20K. Trying to pass that again. But I'm going for the 100K. And live account, I don't know if I want to trade live account unless I start with like $5,000 to $10,000 because I know me. I'm gonna over leverage.
You over leverage.
Or
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like,
any small amount, I can't trade small accounts anymore. Like I can't even trade. If it's, I tried putting 5-10K, I just can't do it. So I'm working on a really larger live because I just over leverage. I'm so used to these really big accounts. But yeah, I hope you get it, man. Because my first account was 100K, and my first account was in March, and then it just changed everything for me. So, what do you think is like the biggest struggle that you're going through right now? Do you think it's strategy, or it's over leveraging, or like the want to like get funded because everybody else is funded? Like, what do you think you're like most struggling with right now?
There's three things, right? The first one is over leveraging. I want to make this money right now. Desperation is a killer.
It is.
I want this money right now. I want my financial life to change right now. I want my car to be paid off right now. Two, looking at everybody who are scalpers,
right?
And they're killing the game. I see them killing the game more than swing traders. To be honest,
that's true.
Swing traders are more of the conservative, non-aggressive personality type of people. So you ain't gonna see them on YouTube as much, right?
That's true.
You see a lot of scalpers and day traders. So I'm trying to avoid looking at Q Banks and Charlene and all of them like make money. Like I need that right now, but I'm like, it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be on my time frame, And the third would be, man, the funded trading, man. I got to get funded.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
I got to.
I hear you.
That's what. But I got to keep it too. Like Swaggy C did say one important thing. He said, when you get funded, put money aside.
Yes.
For your personal account and let 100%. That just grow until you hit 20, 30, 40K. And it makes sense,
Yeah, man. I think those are some amazing goals. I think it's a lot of goals that a lot of the viewers that you guys are watching are for you. And something I'm just going to chip into that is like, honestly, everyone has their own timeline. Because I've had my own experience, and then I've interviewed like, I don't know, 20, 30 really successful traders. I've had people on the podcast that started making more money than I did in over 2 years. And I interviewed somebody who's been trading for 9 years, and they finally started making money. I've been trading somebody. I did a podcast with somebody who finally hit profitability at 4 years, and at 6 years he made over $1 million, and it's verified. I know that for a fact. So everyone has their own timeline. So if you're, just like Will is thinking, if you're thinking your time hasn't come yet, everybody's got their own timeline. Your own like life. It's gotta be a certain moment. For me, I was so desperate, man, and then it just like I felt like it happened really quickly. Just it doesn't get easier, but that goal does get met. Like if you keep going, you will get 100K funded. You will make 10K withdrawals. You'll do all of that stuff. So yeah, man, it was really cool to hear your story, kind of hear where you're at with your story right now. I'd love to have you back on the podcast at the end of the year. The main thing is just sticking through it, right? The main thing is basically sticking through it, man. Now, if somebody wants to watch sort of your journey, I believe you have a YouTube channel, correct? And you're going to be uploading on there regularly?
Yeah. So the reason why I created a YouTube channel, right, to make this short and simple, is because there's traders out there that's like me.
Yes.
Who feel like I wanted to see Swaggy C's journey. I wanted to see Q Banks' journey. I wanted to see Raul's journey. But they didn't start their journey until they start making money. Then you start seeing them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Then you start seeing them on YouTube. So me, I'm like, you about to see me right now.
Crazy.
So when I do make it, you was with me.
Yes.
And that's how I like what you're doing too, because you're honest and
Yeah.
you're interviewing these traders, but you like, I got to get there, but you see my journey.
Yeah.
Like you moved from Canada to Dubai. Like,
Yeah, it's my journey. Like when I started this YouTube channel, I had been made some money from funding and I had been interviewed by FTMO. But since I started that first video to now, my life has completely changed. And I'm sure it's going to change more, hopefully, if I keep at it, right?
it held you accountable, right? These videos hold you accountable. Like,
I can't lie,
if I'm doing these videos,
it did. I can't lie, it did.
so create YouTube. Everybody create videos.
YouTube channel.
Just create it for your personal self.
So man, I'm gonna leave Will's links in the description. You can follow him on Instagram, follow him on YouTube. And before we wrap it up, what's one piece of advice you could give to somebody just like you, man? What's like one thing you think you improved in the last year just by maybe doing a simple step? Somebody who's like really struggling right now, maybe hasn't even been funded once yet.
I say one thing, do it. Just do it. Like Nike said, just do it. Like you have to just don't be afraid. Invest that $44 into my Forex funds. Get that 5K.
5K.
Just do it. If you fail, celebrate it. Yeah, you tried it. Just do it, man. Don't be afraid to do it. Get away from the live accounts right now. That's one thing I would say. If you don't got the money, get away from the live account. Use that $300, $200 and go get funded, man.
That's how it is. You honestly, I think in the game of trading, if you keep going, you'll eventually get there. And the only way you're gonna lose is if you quit. And with that, we'll wrap it up.